Mike McCool here in the Royal Examiner studio, and with me today is the crew from the Festival of Leaves organization, Arlene, Rick, Sue. We've seen them before, and they've been planning since the last time we seen them last year on the 51st Festival of Leaves. Is that correct?
We've been planning the 51st. Last year was the 50th.
50th.
Yes.
It's hard to believe, isn't it?
Yeah,
Last year was phenomenal.
Yes, we were pleasantly surprised.
Pleasantly surprised. So this year we had planned to do bigger and better.
Bigger, absolutely bigger and better.
Well, who wants to start off and tell us the basic theme and the overall Friday, Saturday, Sunday approach here? Because it's like a whole weekend.
Yes.
Sure.
So we took over, FREBA took over the Festival of Leaves to make it continue. Last year
Sure.
was perfect. The weather was great. We put in for that this year. We don't know if that's going to happen, but we're keeping our fingers
It's
crossed.
happening.
Oh, yeah.
It's happening.
Definitely.
we think
Rain
positive.
or shine,
Yes.
rain or shine.
And it is. It's a rain or shine event.
Yes.
So
Last year's weather was perfect. The leaves were perfect. And this is going to be round 2 this year.
Round 2.
That's
And bigger and better. This year we have 3 stages of music. We have stilt walkers coming. We have some street buskers coming. Different things for the kids to do. We have a whole kids area set aside. We've got Reaching Out Now and the library both are sponsoring the kids area for
right,
us.
that's good.
There's going to be a lot of things that happen down by E. Wilson Morrison on that end of town.
Oh, that's good.
And the other part of town, out by Main Street, out by the courthouse, we've got some larger small bands. Is that
Larger
small
Yeah.
bands?
Medium-sized bands?
medium
maybe?
bands.
More music at both ends of Main Street.
More music.
Yes.
More music.
Well, people like that, and I think another thing that was successful, we had given a place for people to like congregate and sit down, and
Right.
and we've tried that at some of our events we've had in the past. Give
It's
people
nice.
a place to sit, and they'll stick around.
Right.
We had big plans for the pavilion before it got
We,
wrecked.
Well, it'll be up and going before the festival.
But we won't
leaves.
talk about that. We're going to talk about the
keeping our
festival
fingers
right
crossed
now.
on that one.
Yeah.
But we will be
We
putting
could
out
get a
some.
couple elves to go down there in the middle of the night and just put some tuba boards on there and fix it,
We
right?
talked about that.
Yeah.
We talked about
Yeah.
that. We will have some sitting areas for people to just get out of the sun because it's going to be nice and hot.
Yeah.
Sure.
We've got Friday night. You want to talk about?
Yeah. What's the big change on? Let's take one day at a time. What's the big
Okay.
change on Friday?
So Friday, I don't think there's a big change. You think there's... anyway.
We had a
we're-
block party last year.
Well, it's going to be... It's
still a block party, but
it's
what
a
are we
block
gonna call
party.
it?
We're calling it Dancing Downtown.
So we're going to encourage the dancing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
We're having Cazhmiere is going to be our featured
Yeah.
act that night.
Okay.
And we're really looking forward to having them.
What kind of band is that?
A good band.
Now, Cazhmiere has a great reputation in the Valley and in the Northern Virginia area, and they do a lot of great hits from
All eras of the music.
all the eras.
A little bit of something for everybody.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
you got to have when you
Yeah.
have a group like that. That's good.
And we've got the beer garden. We also this year are adding the wine garden. Did you forget this?
No, I did not forget this. I don't know anything about the wine
Sue
garden.
is a aficionado. Is that the word? Or
I'm just telling you, if it's not there, it's going to be at my house.
We're also going to have food vendors there that night, too.
Yes.
So.
Right.
Which
So we have
didn't
food,
have.
beer, wine, and music. I mean,
Yes.
what can go
Yes.
wrong with that combination? That's a lot of fun.
It's a nice night out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be
Be a date night. That's what we're going to call this. A dancing downtown.
Date night. Ooh.
Really, the Friday night thing's a little different vibe than the Saturday thing. 'Cause
Right.
You got a lot of vendors and things like that. But Saturday nights, it's almost like several festivals in one. We got a little bit of something for everybody.
Well, the old festival used to be 2 days. It used to be over a weekend.
Right.
And a lot of people have asked for that to happen again. We can't do 2 whole days. It's just too much.
Right.
Right now, it's just too much. So we're taking
We're always
baby
looking for more
steps and-
volunteers.
I was just
so.
going to ask you. We need some voluntoads to come on down
Yes.
there
Yeah.
and
Absolutely.
volunteer for it. And you'll get a big. You actually will give you something for volunteering. We're going to give you a T-shirt.
Yes.
And you'll get a T-shirt that on the back of this T-shirt. It'll say volunteer,
Volunteer.
and we're going to give you a
So-
T-shirt on that.
We're putting a sign-up genius on our website on
Okay.
festivalleaves.org.
Right.
Also on the Facebook page, so you can go on there directly, pick a time frame, and a day that works for you. Please come down and sign up for volunteering. You will get a T-shirt, not this one.
You get
or
a really
this
nice
You'll
one.
get a nice one, a new one this year. We have a new design this year. We're all excited about. You're going to love it when you see it.
I have seen it.
I know.
I might have designed it maybe.
But
Your
we
staff.
also have set aside this year a volunteer area at the visitor center where the volunteers can go in, sit down, take a break, maybe get something to eat, something to drink. They're going to be with us all day, so we want to take care of them.
Yeah, they do take real good care of the volunteers. So,
Yeah.
and it's kind of a neat way to meet a lot of people, people that you don't know, and visitors and like. And it's just
You don't have the staff.
you get a lot of
You know.
lot of things on your plate when you volunteer. It's just great.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things to do as volunteers. Whether you give us 10 minutes, an hour, or all day, we love you. Come on
Sure,
down.
sure.
Many
Yeah.
hands make for light work.
Well, and like I say, you may not be physically able to walk
Right.
and go all over the place, but we need someone to sit there and
With the tickets
You know,
or,
a ticket or
hand out
collect something,
merchandise,
yeah.
that type of thing.
This year, we're also doing an information booth and a merchandise booth, which
Okay.
may or may not be the same thing.
sure.
With the merchandise, last year we sold these. This year, until the day of the Festival of Leaves, they are still on sale for $20 a
No,
piece.
it's a $20 donation, and they'll give you a free T-shirt.
There you go.
Thank you. That's nice. We'll also
that.
throw in one of these nice little cups.
Oh, hey, there you go, Festival of Leaves. That's great.
After
That's a bundle.
Yes.
For a $20 donation, you'll
Yeah.
get a
Cup.
commemorative
cup,
cup
And
a
T-shirt.
Festival of Leaves T-shirt.
Yes.
That's
the
great.
day of the Festival of Leaves, these are going to be vintage.
Oh.
So the price is going to go
Yeah.
sky high.
We'll just have to ask for a larger donation. Well, I thought you were going to say you get 2 T-shirts on it.
No, honestly, they're beautiful shirts, and they'll be good.
They're being modeled right here by
Yeah, right.
Mr. Novak.
Yeah.
So.
But they, we don't have dates on them. So.
We have a limited supply. Some of these are marked the 50th anniversary,
Yeah,
so they
yeah, there were a
are
few.
absolutely collector's items.
Yeah. From
Well, I
last
see a
year.
lot of people wearing them.
Yeah.
Well,
Still wearing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great shirt. That's great.
they're nice and bright, and yellow and cream color goes with
So what kind of
everyone.
vendor? Well, let's talk about vendors on Saturday.
Okay.
They go from one end of Chester Street to Main Street. They're
Down
all over the place.
Chester, all of Maine, and we'll probably have some in the gazebo area, maybe off a few side streets. Right now we have over 100 vendors, and I'm hoping we get at least 150, but I'm thinking we're
Sure,
going to
sure.
might be a little bit more than that. For some reason, 175 sounds good.
And we had 120 last year.
120
Yeah.
last year, and we've almost met that goal right there.
Yeah. Are we having some of the activities like we've had? And are the schools, the Heritage Society?
Yes.
Right. So
There's
the
a-
Heritage Society, I mean, this was their festival
Sure,
for 49
sure.
years.
They don't want to
before
give it.
handed
They want
off.
to keep participating.
I think
so.
they
Yes.
like that we do all the work, and then they get to do their heritage thing in their grounds.
Which is what they're good for. You know,
Exactly.
It's the old saying: you have to do 90% of the work in order to do the 10% you like. You know.
Right, right.
Well-
Well, so the Saturday is going to kick off, I believe, at 10 o'clock with the
the
Sons of
color-
American
color guard.
Revolution Color
Right,
Guard.
Yep.
right. Those guys are great. They're all over the place around the country. We just posted a story recognizing patriots from our Revolutionary and our history. You know, it's
Yeah.
something that if we don't keep that alive, it dies. You know.
Yeah, no.
We're also trying to get the RMA color guard to follow them
Well, that'd be
down the
great.
street.
That'd be
They
great.
don't know it yet. But
So, I mean, and they'll be doing their demonstrations of apple butter
Right.
making and blacksmithing and outdoor cooking.
It's interesting to watch that stuff.
And then, of course, their facilities down there, the Bellboyd Cottage,
Right.
Ivy Lodge,
Have some walking tours and things you can go
Balthus
around. It's
House. That'll all
I
be
believe
open.
the archives will be open that day as well, so
Yeah.
that people can stop in and take a
You
look.
know, it's really neat to go and look at those documents, and then you see your relatives, 5 generations or 10 generations ago. Well, there's my great. That's his name right there, and you see that on these documents, and
Right.
it's kind of interesting to see
Good
that.
area for a lot of
Yeah,
history.
there is. It's great. It's great.
But just to let you know, we're still looking for more vendors, whether you're arts and crafts or Food vendors. Right now, we have at least 10 confirmed. I would love to have more food vendors. We need a variety. Last year's food vendors sold out. They before the festival was over. So we're hoping we want to have more foods, and there's a variety of it. There's all different kinds. So you won't go hungry.
And because we have the kids area set aside this year, we're going to have food vendors down that end of Chester Street,
Yes.
which is something we haven't had before.
Okay.
Right.
So we're
So
kind of excited about.
more of the kid-oriented
Yeah.
food vendors are going to be down in that area, and then
All the good stuff's going to be down
yes,
Well, you guys have been working hard.
yes.
And we appreciate it. It's a lot of work, and I'm sure you get the satisfaction on Saturday night when you close up and you go home and you hit that bed and you're thinking, "Phew." But then on Monday it starts all over again for the 52nd festival week.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll give it a couple of days.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it might be the next week. So.
Well, we want to. By the way, we haven't mentioned when all this is.
Oh, okay. It's October 13th and 14th.
That's the second Friday and Saturday of the month. Okay.
Always the second Saturday in October is going to be and has been the Festival of Leaves. It's just
Right.
we're just going to keep on that schedule.
I think so. It's great. We just plan it out like that, and
Plus, it's cheaper on signage.
it is. It is cheaper on signage, and the town now. This is becoming obviously the Freeba's doing it, but we're getting a lot of cooperation now from the town
Yes.
and all these organizations, and it's really turned into a community festival. I think that's
Yes.
what's great about it.
Let's talk about sponsors.
Well, I mean,
We absolutely are looking for.
You can't
some
have too many sponsors.
No. We
Well-
we had great support last year from the town and the county and many other companies in our community, and we need you guys to come back. And most of you have indicated you will, and you are, and so, but we're waiting for those checks. So, and if we don't get those checks, I'll be giving you a call. But and begging for you to
Encouraging.
come back. Encouraging, yeah, right.
We have a good sponsorship package, which includes some things that you're not going to get somewhere else.
Sure.
We think we're offering quite a bit for our sponsors, and they do get a lot of signage and mentions throughout the festival. We have lots of sponsorship opportunities for something as small as sponsoring a street performer, or
And those went over real well
they
last year.
did.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
It was good,
And-
and we hired local talent.
And that allows us to hire more local talent this year.
Yeah.
So we're kind of excited about that. Everybody who played last year asked to play again this year.
Right. That was Sue's idea, by the way. I know she kept pushing it. We got to have these. I had to go look it up. What these people? What do you call them? Buskers.
Buskers.
I had to go look that up. I never heard that word before. I said, "What is that, Sue?" It sounds like some.
Well, this year we have a hula hooper.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey, but it's entertaining.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Very
watched these people do
entertaining,
that
yes.
and they're saying,
Yes.
"No way I could get that."
I saw her and I was amazed, and I said, "What are you doing on this day? You got to come down and visit."
That's a
So,
great
yeah.
idea. Really, that's very entertaining. That's
Yeah.
very
Yeah,
entertaining.
absolutely.
so there's a lot of fun things going on that day. It really
And
is.
what I find interesting is just walking around the streets, just walking down and just looking at it
People
all.
watching?
People watching. It's amazing the things they do. And I do have to say, last year the vendor caliber was so much better than the ends of what we've had in a lot of festivals. We didn't have a bunch of, I want to say, Chinese junk. You know what I
Right,
mean?
no,
But we
that's
know
why
what
we
that
kind of
means.
had
You know what I mean?
a
Little-
jewelry show type
yeah.
thing. We want
There
the
were
better
crafts and
quality,
arts and-
yes.
and
So there was
things
a
that-
mixture of it.
Yeah, I thought the quality of the vendors was
Yeah.
way better.
And last year we had Arlene out there with a big sign letting the kids paint. She's doing that again this year.
Yeah, she
Yes.
is a glutton for punishment.
Yes.
Yes,
tell
I
you.
am.
She is a hard worker out there in that paint. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm
But
sorry.
everybody
But it was
loved
fun.
it, and a
Yeah.
lot of people stopped by.
She
and
loved
got-
it more than anyone.
Well, I enjoy doing things where I interact with the community
Sure, yeah.
and the kids, and to have a sign up there. I just draw the lines on and they color it in, and it keeps them occupied during the day, and they
Yeah,
get their
yeah.
pictures and all that.
And
They
they
really
get
enjoy
to
it.
show their friends.
Well, there's
Look-
accomplishment.
Yes.
I think that's the one thing about when you do little crafts and
Yeah.
things. I finish this.
Yes.
I mean, I can buy that picture with a decal on it, but if I take that and paint it and put my thing, I still got, things that my kids made in school and arts
Sure.
and
Oh,
crafts
yeah.
and the
We all do.
4-H and different
Yeah.
things.
Yep.
And
Well,
unpacking a box of what in
Mike,
the world is that thing
For an
supposed to be?
extra $20 donation, we'll let you color on the back of this shirt.
There you go. We're all about that, finding it out. But it's great. I just think there's just a lot of things going. It's going to be the second weekend of the month of October. We're going to have you back as we get closer. Then we can we'll finalize the entertainment schedule.
We've got
You're
a
pretty well-
good lineup. We've got some smaller bands. I'm not going to tell you who's playing and when because we're still working out the time frames.
Yeah, it's scheduled. They want to get on the book
Right.
sooner than later, but
They all know they're there. I'm just
and we
putting
start
out the list.
advertising as we
Yeah.
go along. We'll put some more schedule up and show the maps and things of where things are going to be, and start listing the vendors so people start getting excited about coming to the Festival of Leaves. But
if you check out the Facebook page, it's Festival of Leaves on Facebook. We've started advertising some of the vendors. Again, the sign-up sheet will be on there for volunteers, and there's also a sponsorship link and a volunteer craft
right.
Craft vendors.
Right.
vendors.
And then go, like I said, go straight to the website
Yeah.
too, festivalofleaves.org.
Yes.
Right, and just
And,
click
And all
on
of
whether
that will
you're
be
a
on there
food
as well.
vendor or a crafter.
Okay.
Art,
And
artist.
crafter, you don't.
Artist.
Yeah, well, you-
Artists,
and you,
vendors. We just need some. We
So
want more vendors.
It says crafter, but if you're say Quarles Petroleum,
Yes.
that's the button you pick
That's
on.
yeah.
With the vendors that we have.
Or
you
Blossom Petroleum, or Evergrow Petroleum,
Yeah.
right?
Well, we got an inquiry from Quarles, which is rebranding.
Yes.
They were purchased, I think.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I believe they're going to sponsor and have a booth. So.
There you go.
That's wonderful.
One of the things
Yeah.
with the vendors, we not only have food vendors and the artists and crafters, but we have the local Main Street merchants who are participating, which is nice. And then we have the commercial part of it.
Right.
And we have the nonprofits. So we have
Yeah.
a large,
There's something for everybody.
yes.
Yeah.
Let's
Yes.
go over real quick. How many people came last year? Did we ever get an unofficial number, other than a lot?
15 million.
That's not in my skill set, but I don't know if we say 8 or 10,000 or something
Yeah.
like that.
We were estimating about 10,000 last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
That's good.
So,
Yeah.
No, it was the feedback that we got last year from people. It was amazing. It was like I feel like I'm in a Hallmark movie. Was
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
the comment from
Yeah.
For a
folks
small
that were
town
down
charm,
there.
they love
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
And I'll say we had 10,000 people here, and they all found a place to park.
yes.
You want to go someplace, parking is not your problem.
That's
You
right.
find a
If you,
place.
that's what I always say. Parking is a destination. What is the theater going to do on Festival of Leaves? I'm just going to put you on a spot now that you're going to do something. I know.
Well, I mean, it was a big hit last year, so I think the Rocky Horror Picture Show is going to return.
That's Friday night after the
Friday
dancing
night
downtown.
after Dancing
And
Downtown.
that was a big success, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of a shock.
The auditorium was full, and everybody had a great time and behaved themselves like there was no damage to the theater.
And he
Yeah.
did not make us come back and clean it up on Saturday morning.
I know Sue was in there.
I was.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
That's
and,
your generation, Rocky Horror Picture Show. Yeah.
we had great support from the Beer Museum and from Pavement, and they really got into it. And I hope you guys will come back this year
Yeah.
and recruit.
Well, I
and,
knew there was something missing on Friday night, and I wanted to put you on the spot so we can, get you to,
So anyway,
bet.
it was such a hit that we said why not? We'll try it
Okay,
again.
we'll start pushing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to
Yeah.
be fun.
You know,
It's going to be fun.
that's great. That's what we want.
Yes.
And a lot of stuff happening in October. We have our downtown Halloween. We got
Yeah.
the zombie walk. We've got, isn't the wine festival or some other festival goes on in October? Or
There had been one.
there
I
had been
have
one.
not heard
There's just so
of-
much stuff goes on around this area in October. It's a busy, busy month.
It
so
is.
Mark your calendar down for the second weekend, Festival of Leaves, the 51st anniversary.
Yes.
That's the one
Bigger
that
and
counts.
better.
Yeah.
That's right. That's the main one for the whole month. I mean,
Yeah.
if you don't go there, go home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta go big or go home. But no, I think it's great. 51st, second weekend of October. That's what, the 13th and
13th.
14th.
14th, yep.
Mark your calendar. Plan a date night for Friday because I think that's so cool. You can really make an evening. Go down there. What, start around 6?
Yep.
Listen to music. Have a little
Yeah.
wine.
Have some food.
Have some food. Do a little dancing. Spend the evening. Go out and have dinner a little later. More food.
Yeah.
And then go by the theater and eat popcorn and watch the Rocky Horror Bring
Come in
back all those
costume.
memories.
Bring some
costumes.
chairs with you Friday.
That's right.
And there will be an admission charge for Friday for the band.
Right.
but,
Yeah,
and
It's a small amount.
It's a
Right.
It's a
small amount.
donation.
yeah.
There's a minimal charge to come into the area where we're going
Right.
to be serving alcohol.
Right.
You can sit outside and sit on the street if you want to.
Sure.
Police will move you along, but that's okay. Come pay the $5 and come in and sit with us and have some fun and
enjoy the band.
You know, we the costs that we do pay are so minimal for what you get out of it, and it all goes back into building our community. And it's not like anyone's getting rich off this thing, because most people end up spending. I can tell you, a lot of these people sitting right here spend their own money on doing a lot of this stuff.
Well, I was just going to say we are all volunteers, and
That's right.
Yes.
none
We're
of us
all
gets
volunteers.
paid to do this.
That's what I'm saying. And
We-
plus,
When you believe in it, you end up being a sponsor too.
That's
you know?
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, so
we know how that is. we've all sponsored things.
we throw our own
Yeah, we
put our
time
own
and
money
money.
out there.
I'm
and-
still a small
Absolutely.
business, so it's mostly my time. When I get to the point that I can be a sponsor,
You're
I would
doing
love to
gr-
be.
you're
Oh,
doing great,
you
Arlene.
do a lot downtown,
Yeah.
Arlene. Don't let anybody kid you. Your time and the things and the joy you bring to those kids, it's priceless.
Thank you.
Honestly,
everything.
if we didn't like doing this, we wouldn't be sitting here.
Oh, I know.
No.
I know. I noticed that y'all have gray hair. I mean, every one of you.
And just this year.
Mine's been gray since I was 30,
Just
so
this year,
it doesn't
just
matter.
this year.
Yeah. I told my wife it happened right after we got married.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the new
She'll
color.
appreciate
This is
that.
That's
the
the
new
new color.
fashion.
That's right.
Even the kids are gray
They
their
are.
hair.
Young
I know.
people
Yeah.
are.
Kids are doing it.
Yeah.
So we're going to stick with that.
That's how
All right.
cool we are.
All right, we're going to have you back in a couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about what changes we have. But we want to remind everyone that Friday night, that's the 12th,
The
the
13th.
13th. Friday night's the 13th, 14th on Saturday, dancing downtown, festival, and just tons of stuff going on. The Festival of Leave, the 51st, so you need to be there. So just check it out, festivalofleaves.org. All right?
Yes.
Yep.
That's
All
what
right.
we thought.
Friday the 13th and Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, that's a great
Ooh,
combination.
Yes.
Who planned that?
Just happened.
Thanks
Stars
again,
lined
guys.
up.
I really
Thank you.
appreciate
Thank you,
everything
Mike.
that you
Thanks
do
for having
us.
Thank you.
to make our community what it is. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.